How's everybody doing? Greatness, greatness, greatness. Glory be unto the Most High God, who we know in our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Yes, 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 yes. Now, what I want to share with everybody, is I'm grateful and I'm thankful for you all. That's for one, for starters. But glory be unto His kingdom, because that's what it's all about. Now, what I want to share with everyone is that it's dreams. This video here is about dreams, and the dreams that I have. As myself sharing it now with people. Some dreams, I have. It's to enlighten people, but in the long run, it's to wake people up, and maybe I have somebody that can actually experience. Somebody that has experienced what I dreamed. But I can give y'all a story, I can give y'all a story on one dream that I did have, and this was last year. It was a female that I came across, and she was on the tube. Her name is Queen on the Rise. I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while, as far as like her, dropping jewels and speaking. But one thing, she came out, she had a dream. And when she was describing her dream, and I listened to it, and I don't know why I went to her. I didn't know her from a can of paint. All I know is just that I was scrolling through YouTube, and she popped up on like, as far as like, on as far as what's going on, as far as popping up. And when I just clicked on the video because it said the pool, and when I clicked on the pool and I started listening to it, I was like, yo, like that's crazy. And then there was another video that she had too, and it was with dreams about clouds. And I had something with that as far as these clouds. There was a dream that these clouds was attaching themselves to people, and they was sucking the life out of them. They was sucking the life out of these people. Yup, they was definitely sucking the life out of these people. And it was like while the clouds was attaching onto the people's backs, like they lower back, and it was like the clouds was turning like colors. And when it was turning colors, it was like the people was getting dry, and it was getting like old looking, like they was aging very quick, and it was sucking them dry. And then the cloud would leave one and then go to the next. It was sucking the life out of them. And there was another dream I had, but the one dream that we had in common, this is what made me subscribe to her, is because she had the dream that she was talking about as far as a mothership. And I ain't know nothing about no motherships or anything like that. I ain't know nothing about no mothership or anything. And when I came across it kind of was like shocking to me. She's saying how she was describing her part on it, and I described my part on it. Now, to share to you on my dream, the mothership was coming across. I was in the store. These people was trying to have me to steal something out of the store. And I said, thou shalt not steal. And they said, man, you crazy. They was like, man, you crazy. There ain't nobody around. So I guess it was like some type of end of the world type thing. But once I seen the ship, I ran and I burst through the window, the glass window, and I started running. And I seen these people, they was on a bike. And it was one person on the back of the bike holding on into the other person, and then it was a basket in the front of that, and as I was running, they said hop on. So I hopped on in the front of the basket, and the bike went up in the air. Then when the bike was going up in the air, the ship, now remind you, the ship was sailing across, and as it was going, it was a planet. It looked like Saturn, and the drone was like that. It was like Saturn, and it was up in the sky. And when I went like that, it's because the way it was rotating. And then the joint, as soon as we came up, the joint went like shoom, like real quick, like it just, like all you seen was light, and it was like shoom, real quick, like it just darted real quick. and then the bike was going down, and I had went down. But when I went down and I seen, when I went down and I looked, it was this what's the name? This circle. This what's the name? It was like a portal. And sometimes with myself, with a portal, and I realized too, and I was very scared of that dream too, because I felt like, yo, like I ain't gonna get saved. I felt like to a point like, yo, like I'm done. Like I'm going to hell. Like I felt like, and I'm looking at like, what did I do wrong? You know what I'm saying? And I even repent onto it and everything. And that's one thing that always come to me is that scripture, as far as I got the good book right here, but it was speaking as far as on that very day, you're going to have many that's going to profess out their mouth, Lord, 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 haven't I cast out demons? Haven't I, it said, haven't I cast out devils and done wonderful works? And then he's going to profess out his mouth saying, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that practice the works, ye that practice the work of iniquity. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still trying to find that joint. Oh well. But the way he was coming out, it was basically, it's like I got into it, it's like those that's not establishing a personal relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do all the wondrous works as much as you want. You can do this, you can do that, you can build a church and have people singing in the choir, you can do all these things. But if you ain't building no personal relationship, as far as yourself establishing it spiritually, meaning to detach from the world, and when you detach from the world, you putting yourself like, I'm giving you my all. I know that it's tough and it's rough because these roads that I'm on, like financial burdens and there's different things that I have, like children to take care of, family to take care of, is a lot of things I gotta take care of. But then it comes out as far as where's your faith at? Now, when it comes down to things, Satan always throw monkey wrenches with inside of it, like once. Once is what gets us distracted. Once are distractions that cause us to mess up as we're going along our path. See, God will always provide for us and give us what we need until that time being. But it always comes out to us that we all want something. Say, for instance, if you got $100. Now, that $100 was supposed to last you to a certain extent. But you see things that you want and you desire them. So you go and spend it, and then you go into a point of time and of yourself of falling, and now you praying and you stressing and you going through what you're going through. The Lord will come out and be like, you already been provided. You went and spun it on your wants. I gave you what you need. Now you were supposed to, that's when it will come down to is yourself applying wisdom. So not to get off topic, that's what I got out of the dream. With somebody else, they may perceive it in a different way. So this is why I'm sharing the dreams, because I'm going to start sharing my dreams with people. And I think that's where the Lord is trying to lead me at when it comes down to sharing with my dreams and everything that's coming out. Certain dreams He's going to have me to speak on, certain dreams He's not going to have me to speak on. And I believe that 100%. Another thing, all right, I got a book. Now to get right into it. It's a dream book. A dream book. Now this dream book that I have, that I want to share with people, and that's what this video is on about, is that these dreams that I have, if you can interpret it, or if you can come out and share your points of views on it, or if it can be some help to you, I recommend of you taking heed to it. This one right here, it was like underwater. It was like a city being underwater. Now by this city being underwater, it was these things right here. If you can see these things, they look like dolphins in a way, but they different creatures. Look nice and sweet. Look sweet. The eyeball blinking. It was me, or should I say I was witnessing? Because a lot of times I'll be witnessing, inside these dreams. Some dreams I have, it'll be me. But then some dreams I'll be witnessing what somebody else would be doing. But it was these angels that was getting closer to this eye. They looked like they was probably angels or whatever. But the way they were, they was, I guess, trying to get closer to this eye. Like trying to attack it or whatever it was. But these things right here were protecting it. So the closer it went to the angels or whatever they was getting closer, because remind you, I was witnessing. They was getting closer to the eye. These joints, I lie to you not. They went from looking nice and sweet to to looking mean and hideous. Had teeth like a piranha, sharp. And they was fighting with these angels, protecting this eye. And the eye had these veins on it. And I was looking at it like maybe because it was underwater. And you know what I'm saying? But it was these veins. You know what I'm saying? But it was an eyeball, as you can see. Underwater. And these things was protecting it. And this is a building like broken up and everything. Because it was like an old city. And the city was like broken down. This is another one I had. Now, this one right here it was like a maze. Now, these people, it was these people in the maze. And by these people being inside a maze, these people were it was like, I don't know, it was probably like an experiment or something. But these people was inside of a maze. And the people, what they were doing, they was like going through it. And it was like these poles that's up here. As you can see a pole here, but there's a pole on the side. But this is like a trap door. And there's a steel door. So anybody that come across it, the door just automatically closed down. As you can see, these are things I'm witnessing. And this person got killed. And when this person got killed, the door raised up and this person ran through. So it's basically like this person sacrificed their selves in order for this person to go through. And these poles right here, they're electric. So anybody that try to climb up there, they're getting fried. It was the same thing up here. So they had to go through the maze. I don't know what that's about, but that's what I was seeing. This is another one. As you can see, this joint right here, I don't know what to make out of it, but I know this one looked like an angel blowing a trumpet. This looked like, I don't know what it is. It's probably a comet or whatever, but the target, US. But whatever this is right here, it's like how could I put it? I guess like a comet or whatever. But it wasn't just a comet. It was something else that was with it. But what it was different. But as you see these things right here, if you get closer to it, these was like, I guess like souls leaving. These were souls that was leaving. Yep. And this is another one. The hair, I tried to do it the best way I could. I don't know if it was dreads or whatever it was, but it was hair, long hair. And the way he was looking at me, his eyes and his mouth. He had light inside his mouth and he had light inside his eyes. And he was speaking to me. But whatever he was saying to me, which I know he was speaking to me, and he brought to me in my attention, and I was like, yo, like it was shocking to me, but it was like clarity and confirmation to me. But this is how he looked, if you can see. And every time he spoke, light was coming out his mouth. Like, you see my mouth open, it's dark inside. It wasn't like that with him. It was light coming out. In his eyes, it was light. This is another one. This one is called The Cave. This is why I named it. And it was a shadow. And it was like a tunnel. I guess like a tunnel or whatever it was. But it was like a gold mine or whatever it was. However it was. But these lights that's here. These lights on the wall. And you know when you have lights and you can when somebody bypass or whatever, the shadows get big. Well, this one, it was nobody. It was just a shadow. Lord. Itching. It was a shadow. And this thing right here was coming up. This joint was coming up. It was like an elevator. But it was me. And it was other people that was on here. But I just did it as far as iterating, as far as dealing with things with myself. I ain't gonna lie. I was afraid. I ain't afraid to admit it. I was afraid. But as it was going up, the shadow, It was moving. It was like, shoo, shoo, shoo. And it was like creeping as it was getting closer, as this thing was getting higher and higher. And it was like going up, it was like an elevator or whatever it was, but it was spiraling. Because every time it cut a corner, it went like this. It'll go up straight, and then it'll cut a corner. Go up straight, then it'll cut another corner. And that's how it was moving. But when it was moving the whole entire time, and I was seeing it, as you can see how I drew it, look at this. I said, Jesus help. I was trying to say it. But when I came out, I said, what's that? What's that running? Because it was like in a way, it was moving quick. And I said, Jesus help. And then it said to me, it's okay, don't worry. And the shadow came up like that. Soon as I woke up, if y'all can see it, Psalms 91 came to me. Psalms 91. And when I was thinking about it, Psalms 91, I went into it. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Dreams be confirmation not only to ourselves when it's being spoken to us, because that's another language, but it's also to share with other people from me actually learning and experiencing. Some things is for you and some things is not. But this is another one. It was this car. Whatever I spoke, whatever I was saying, whatever I did, the car followed. The car followed my commands. I got it as me and the car connected. And the car wasn't no ordinary car. This car didn't even have no wheels on it. It was riding so smooth. I was like, wow. And this is what all these dreams I'm showing you is dreams that I had last year, like the beginning of last year. You know what I'm saying? But I got other books of different dreams that I had too. Like I had certain dreams like a flood happening. A flood that was going to be happening, a riot that was going to be going on down south, up north, where celestial beings, extraterrestrials, and on the west side, it was not only just forest fires, but it was something else too. But it was something that was from underground that was causing all these things to happen. And there's other stuff too, but all these things that was going to tie in the central part of America, they was going to get it the worst. It was something else. I don't know what it is, but whatever. I'm trying to think back on these dreams because a lot of these dreams I'll be having. But everything was going to lead into going in like this. I can be wrong. Who am I? This is another one I had. The blood moon fight. And I wrote the date on it. April 25th, 2015. April 25th, 2015. It was this thing, whatever it was, it looked like off of the Fantastic Four. And this John jumped out of the plane. I know I made the plane small, but that's how it looked when I looked up at the plane. And this John came down and it was huge. It had to be like 8 feet tall, 7 or 8 feet tall. But it was tall and it was big, it was muscular. And I was walking with somebody and somebody was like, it was telling me, they said, yo, look at the moon, look at the moon. And they was trying to tell me, look at the moon and remind you, it was nighttime with everything. And when I looked at the moon was changing. And when the moon was changing, I looked up at the moon and it was like it was transforming me into something else. I don't know what it was, I don't know what it is, but all I know, it was transforming me. And when this joint came down, it was trying to attack me. But when it was trying to attack me, it had some type of dark energy. The dark energy couldn't even affect me at all. It was like this right here was protecting me. It was something that was protecting me. Not only just that, but when it came down and it was trying to fight me, this right here was awakening. It was something that was within me and it was awakening. That's what I believe what it is, awakening. And anytime it swung, it was like it was in the matrix. It was slow. And I was able to dodge it with no problem. And I was moving super fast. And every blow that I was giving it, it couldn't even operate properly. But I was defeating the enemy. but to share with anybody and to encourage them on a dream, to encourage them. The dream can possibly be something towards you, as far as like this as an enemy, and this as far as your spirit warring with your flesh. Your flesh is trying to conquer your spirit by deceiving you. And by deceiving you is by desensitizing you from the truth and keeping you suppressed. So by you being the way who you are, and you following who's inside of you, and by you going by what is being told to you from within, and you communing, and you know who you representing and who you are following and who you are looking up to, this what had happened to me. Elevation, which can be going on with y'all. This is another dream. This was 4 angels. It was a crowd of people. I don't know what it was, but it was a tower in the back. Now the tower that was in the back, these angels, the 4 angels, they was on the corners of this tower. Now I don't know what, I forgot the name. I don't know what the name was, but this angel had to be like, he was tall, he was muscular, and he had to be like 8 feet, 9 feet tall. This supposed to be me, and I'm looking up towards him. But he called me from amongst these people, which is a coincidence, because in his scriptures, Paul states specifically to Timothy, he said, come from amongst them. See, and if you take that, to detach, meaning these people that's gathered up together is the world. Detach from the world. Detach. Okay? And another thing, when with these angels and like the 4 corners, they was on the 4 corners, and he called me. He didn't call my name as far as earthly, as far as my name being Donell. You know what I'm saying? Like Donell Jones, but Donell, you know what I'm saying? He called me another name, but it registered with me like, and I came from amongst the people, and I came up to him, and it was something that he was giving me. I don't know what it was. But as he was calling me, the other angels that was on the 4 corners was calling other people. It was other people, other names they was calling. What else? I'm gonna show this one. Remember the dream I was explaining? Well, I don't know if y'all got it, but when I was sharing as far as Saturn, the planet, the mothership, the bike, the portal, the ship, the mothership, when the bike was going up, the mothership was like shoo, real quick, and it left. The bike fell down, and there was this portal right here, and that portal, you know what I mean, it's kind of crazy. And what I seen in there, it was my mom, and I take that as far as what's coming to me, as far as the mother, saying, it was letting me know the mother, Saturn, mother, ascending. That's what it's showing. The bike going up, bike coming down. Y'all tied up. And before I got on that bike with the people, I was in the store, and these people was trying to have me to steal, and I guess it was some type of end of the world type thing, and I was telling them, thou should not steal, and they said, yo, you crazy. This is another one. And these right here, it was like a cloud, and it looked like disrupted, like thunder or whatever else was inside of it. But this was a path. And as I was walking, this is not me right here. As I was walking, it was somebody that was underwater. And I was, they went in the water. And I told them, I looked and I said, come from that water. I said, come from under that water. And they said, why? They said, come on, it's okay. I said, no, come from under that water. When I was trying to tell them to come from under that water, they didn't listen to me. It was like I was able to see through the ground or whatever was going on. But whatever was going on, and I was seeing things, and whatever I was seeing, it was like, how can I put it? It was like these little kids. They looked nice and sweet and innocent, but they had teeth like piranhas, and there was dead people under the water. The dead people was under the water with old furniture and it was like old things that was under there, like that was world like. But as they're going along this path, the person stepped out of the path and they went inside that water. And when I told them to come from amongst them, they didn't listen. When they didn't listen, the person that was with me, he took it was like a dresser or a rock, he pushed it over this thing, so whatever that was in here couldn't come out and affect the other people. He was like, y'all crazy, y'all should come down here. We kept going on our path. I was leading them. This right here, it looked like a little boy, reptile teeth or piranha teeth, ate him up. All you hear is ah under that water. As we going along this path, it was some other people. They went onto this bus. I was trying to tell these other people, don't go on that bus. That bus is gonna blow up. They didn't listen to me. They get on the bus, I walk off, the bus blew up. Boom! But notice that when I was going on this path, the path was leading towards this. But these clouds had opened up and it was these doors. And it was like light was coming out of these doors, like glory, like light. It was light. And it was coming from, it was like the clouds opened up and it was these doors that was there and the light was coming from it. But it was a path that I was following.